Hello, my friends. I'm John Laspina, the Carnivore teacher, back again to share with you the fraud in Frankenfood. We have highly processed food out there on the shelves in the supermarkets. And if you are trying to lower your carbohydrate count and eat properly, you may think, well, I'm going to have keto-approved foods that say the word keto on the package. Don't do that, my friends. Stay away from any packages that use the word keto on it. Companies are trying to lure you into buying their products, make money off of you, off of the word keto. It's really not that much better than the real thing. And the real thing is processed food. It's carbohydrates and sugar, seed oils, and usually oxalates. Let's take a look at this superior keto bread. It has 8 grams of fiber. And down at the bottom, it lists the calories and the sodium and all the little things there. Then when you turn the package over, okay, here's your nutritional facts. What's the largest, most bold-faced word there? Calories, because they think that you think that calories are the most important thing. 60 calories per one slice of bread. Sounds pretty good, right? Because we've been told so many times, the lower the calories, the less weight you gain. That's not true, folks. This kind of calorie and a meat or a butter or an egg kind of calorie, they're 2 different kinds of calories. So forget calories. Then they list first after calories what they think you think is the most important thing. So total fat, saturated fat, trans fat, polyunsaturated fat, monounsaturated fat, cholesterol. Okay, they think that those things are all bad. So they list them first with their low numbers. Are 2 grams of total fat, 0 grams of saturated fat, only 1 gram of polyunsaturated fat, only 0.5 gram of monounsaturated fat, and 0 milligrams of cholesterol. I could go down a whole bunch of rabbit holes on each one of those, but I won't. They list sodium, 160 milligrams, and total carbohydrates are 10 grams. At least they are honest with that. That's 10 total grams of carbohydrates that you'll be eating with 1 slice of bread. Now, if you're on the ketogenic way of eating, not diet, you are supposed to be eating 20 total grams or less. If you eat this 1 little slice of bread, you're already halfway there. Now, you've got a whole day's worth of eating, right? 2 meals or 3 meals, whatever way you're eating, this is half of your carbohydrate count for the entire day, this 1 slice of bread, if you eat this keto stuff. Okay, let's go down underneath. You have dietary fiber, total sugars 0. I don't know how they get away with that. And then includes 0 grams of added sugars. Now, they're counting on you not knowing that carbohydrates convert into sugar very rapidly. Very rapidly. We'll show you when we get to the ingredient list where all the sugar really is coming, even though they say 0 sugar. They're legally allowed to say 0 added sugars and 0 sugars because they're not adding the brand name of a sugar, but there's still monosaccharides in all the ingredients. We'll see that in a minute. Let's go down to 6 grams of protein. Then it talks about vitamin D, calcium, iron, potassium. Look at that, 0%, 2%. It has almost nothing. All right, so now let's take a look at the ingredients. First ingredient, good and healthy, just like oxygen, water. Can't go wrong with that, right? Well, you hope it's good filtered, purified water, right? Then it has modified wheat starch. This is supposed to be a keto bread, and the second ingredient after water is wheat. So it's still bread, okay? And it's a wheat starch. All wheat is starch. Starch is a long string of glucose molecules. Glucose is a monosaccharide. That's the monosaccharide sugar that our body uses for energy and stores as fat. So there's your sugar, but they don't say that there's any sugar because legally they can get away with it. Then we have wheat protein isolate. So you're getting a protein, but it's from the wheat. They're isolating it from the wheat. It's not good protein. Oat fiber. Oat is a grain. Okay, just like wheat is a grain, oat is a grain. Grains are inflammatory. and they are more carbohydrates. So there's more carbohydrates in that. Sunflower flour. They take the sunflower seeds and they make a flour out of it. And that's a nut or a seed, so that's a seed. Soluble corn fiber. So again, corn is a grain. It's genetically modified. The wheat is genetically modified, and there's more fiber. They're saying fiber, but it's basically carbohydrates. Okay, some of it is just bulk that moves through your body, but some of it gets absorbed and turned into sugar. It's true. Then we have organic soybean oil. Ooh, it's organic, so the seed oil, soybean, must be good. No, this is a toxic oil. All seed oils, whether they're canola or soybean or safflower or sunflower or margarine or Crisco or rice bran, they're all highly toxic seed oils. That's where they get the unsaturated fat from that they tell you is healthy. It's not, it's poison. And then we have yeast. Of course, you need yeast for the bread to rise. And that's not so great on your guts, by the way. They don't mention in the list here, because it has wheat, it doesn't mention any of the other anti-nutrients that are in there. There's oxalates in here. You don't see the word oxalate, do you? For the protein, it didn't tell you what amino acids make up that protein. It's very bare bones ingredients here, if you ask me. All right, inulin is a type of fiber that's supposed to be healthy for your guts if you're on keto. I don't know that much about inulin. It's something that I don't normally have on a carnivore, so I don't want it, right? And they're saying they're getting the inulin from chicory root fiber. Anytime they add these root fibers, they're doing it to lower the net carbohydrates, all right? Natural flavor. It must be good, right? Why? Because it's natural. Folks, natural flavor could be monosodium glutamate, which is an excitotoxin, which is a poison to the brain. It could, in large amounts. It could be another sugar. It could be you don't know what it is, because legally they're allowed to say natural flavors and put anything they want in there. Anything. And when you see natural flavors in a list of all this other garbage, it's probably garbage too. I learned that if you see a product and all the ingredients are clean, and then it says natural flavors at the end, it's probably okay. You still don't know what it is, but it's in a list of other clean products. This natural flavors is in a list of dirty ingredients. I wouldn't touch it. Sea salt, one good ingredient in here other than water. Mono and diglycerides. Do you hear the word glyceride, glycerol, triglyceride, glucose? These are forms of monosaccharides. These are forms of sugar. I would stay away from the mono and the diglycerides. Okay. Preservatives, calcium propionate, sorbic acid. All right. Again, these are chemicals. Your body is a chemical factory. These chemicals don't belong in our chemical factory. You're messing up your balance when you eat preservatives. Or we're not meant to have this stuff, these chemicals. Then we have soy lecithin. I'm not sure what that is, but I know soy is inflammatory, so anything from soy I don't want. Guar gum and xanthan gum are thickeners, like carrageenan. Carragenan's horrible and awful for you. This one's not so bad, but it's a thickener. Thickeners do not occur naturally in animal products, so why would I be eating this? And then citric acid, which usually comes from like lemons and limes and things like that. Now, in really boldface, so that you don't sue them, in case you have an allergy, they have to say contains wheat and soy, made in a bakery that may also use milk, eggs, and tree nuts. That covers their you-know-what in case you sue them. That's all they really care about, by the way, is taking your money and avoiding your lawsuits, okay? And giving you a product that probably costs them pennies to make, and they're charging $4 or $5 for this loaf of bread. Whether you're making your own healthy, low-carb bread with egg white powders or whatever, or whether you're buying this product here, it's still not nutrition for your body. It isn't. Maybe you have egg whites, you got some protein in there, but you're not getting the same kind of nutrition that meat and eggs will provide you. So we don't eat bread on keto, ketovore, carnivore. We don't eat bread that is in the store. We don't eat bread that we make at home. We don't make it. We don't do it. That's for your head. When you say you want bread because you've always had bread, you miss your bread, get over it. I don't want to sound rude, but grow up. Seriously, we're an adult now. We don't need bread. We don't need candy. We don't need cake. What we need are beef, pork, poultry, eggs, fish, and we should be cooking in saturated animal fats like real butter, ghee, chicken schmaltz, pork fat like bacon grease, that's delicious, or beef tallow, beef lard. Lamb fat is really delicious if you like that flavor. Some people don't like it. Some people go crazy over it like I do. Never use soybean oil or corn oil or Wesson oil or margarine. That is extremely inflammatory, raises your omega-6 sky high, and it's just not good. Stay away from products like this keto bread. Okay? Stick with the foods that occur naturally on the planet that are animals. I am an animal. I have bone and muscle and tendons and fascia and skin, organs, and I should be eating animal muscle, animal tendons, animal organs, even animal skin, sure, and sometimes the bone. I make bone broth, the bone marrow, because my body recognizes that like a 1-to-1. There's no conversion rate. The bioavailability of all of the vitamins and minerals and proteins and fatty acids, it's a 1-to-1. Your body sees it, says, oh, I'm an animal. He's eating an animal, and it just gets absorbed. Almost 100% bioavailable nutrition with very little waste and very little gas, and the gas doesn't smell that much. So ladies and gentlemen, I leave you with this awful product. Don't touch it. Stay away from it and other products like it in the store that say keto. If you want to get a joke, if you're fascinated by it, flip it over, read the ingredients, laugh at it like I do, and then put it back on the shelf. They have so many bars and drinks and powders and breads and cookies and cakes and candies that say keto. No, they're trying to take your money. It's the same as processed food. It's dirty. It's harmful. It's inflammatory. Stick with the foods I mentioned, and you will thrive beyond your wildest dreams. And have a great day.